Welcome back to the news at 10. The 8 Nigerians wanted to face trial for alleged financial crimes in the U.S. have failed in their bid to stop their extradition from South Africa to Mississippi in the U.S. In her ruling, following a sometimes heated presentation of heads of argument last Wednesday, Judge Elizabeth Kubushi says she reached her judgment on points of law, noting that the applicants failed on several fronts to exploit the provisions of the relevant laws to seek redress regarding the ruling of the magistrate in January this year. Our correspondent in South Africa, Pt.3, reports.
Judge Elizabeth Kubushi says, as pointed out by the respondents, notice required by the applicants regarding Section 35 of the General Law Amendments Act 62 of 1955 of South Africa was not served despite the fact that it was peremptory. She also noted that the applicants failed to make a case in their papers for the relief they sought in declaring sections of the South African Extradition Act 67 of 1962 inconsistent with the Constitution.
The case that was made out in the papers does not relate to the relief that was sought. It is mainly on these 2 points that I concluded that the applicant cannot succeed in this matter. In the premises, the application is dismissed with costs, including the cost of senior counsel.
The South African Department of Justice says it's vindicated, but the lawyer to the accused, the applicants in this matter, is not quite done.
Look, we welcome the judgment because it's a vindication of our long-held view that indeed minister's decision was above board. However, Interpol, SABS, and obviously the Justice Department in the U.S., we will cooperate with them and collaborate our efforts of facilitating their extradition to the United States of America. And obviously those that have already been extradited will face justice in that state.
Our challenge is based on the legality of the process that led to the decision to extradite or surrender the individuals concerned. Further, my concern is that as of now and as we speak, we still do not have the decision being formally communicated to us in as far as it relates to the minister apparently ordering the surrender of the particular applicants.
Mr. Pillay has since filed for leave to appeal against this latest order. The 9 Nigerians listed here, along with a South African woman, Fiona Hlungwane, were arrested in Pretoria in May last year for an alleged string of cybercrimes after a U.S. grand jury found them liable to answer the charges. Olashupo Debomi has since died, and Ms. Hlungwane's case seems to have been separated from the rest's. Magistrate Mpatlele of the Magistrate Court in Pretoria found them liable to stand trial in January, after which Justice Minister approved their extradition. The arrest follows an operation lasting many months involving the Interpol, U.S. agencies and the South African Police Service. Despite a court order on the 21st of May halting the extradition while the matter was in court, 2 of the men, Sheson Fari and Femi Mewashe, were surrendered to the U.S. government. From the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria, South Africa, Pt.3, Channels Television News.
Labour activists led by the president of the Nigeria Civil Service Union today staged a protest to the Moroccan embassy in Abuja in solidarity with the Western Sahara people who are demanding independence from Morocco. According to the protesters, Western Sahara has been colonized by Morocco since 1957. Meanwhile, Western Sahara is the only colony yet to be liberated in Africa.
We were among the vanguards that actualized the freedom of South Africa from apartheid. We are interested in it because it is the last colony that we have in Africa that have not yet been liberated under what do I call it? Colonialism. ANC is very much interested on Western Sahara. We have so many international centers now. Those that were not with us, they are now with us. And we have a very big voice across the regions, across the globe, across several continents. Now ANC is working with so many centers across the globe to actualize the freedom of Sahara.
Now, a 4-man team of auditors from the International Civil Aviation Organization has commenced the Universal Security Audit Program for airports across the country. At a press briefing to formally announce the start of the audit in Lagos, the Director General of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, Captain Mukhtar Usman, said the exercise would also ascertain the country's capacity to effect security across the airports. The audit is to last till June the 9th.
This hall in the annex building of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority plays host to principal actors in the aviation industry and this four-man team from the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO. The team is here to conduct the universal security audit on the country.
Many of you, I'm sure that we will be seeing you during the audit process, and we thank you for your expertise in aviation security. We thank you for your passion for aviation security, and we look forward to a very successful time, a fruitful time here during the audit process.
The ICAO's Universal Security Audit Program aims at promoting global aviation security through the auditing of contracting states. During this audit, the team will be looking at the regulatory framework, the National Civil Aviation Security System, and the training of aviation security personnel, among others.
ICAO will similarly determine the sustainability and effectiveness of the state's implementation of a security system through the establishment of legislation, programs, regulations, and security authority with control and enforcement capacity. You will recall that in 2008, Nigeria went through a similar audit and performed impressively.
When the exercise is over, Nigeria is expected to implement the recommendations of this audit to improve its security systems and oversight capabilities. Bukola Jo Kitumbi, Channels Television News.
The issue of assets declaration has been the subject of debate, and also reacting to this issue is Lagos-based lawyer Mr. Ebun Adegborua. According to him, the president does not have to personally declare his assets, but can do same through his aides. Mr. Adegborua was a guest on our breakfast program, Sunrise Daily.
The person who declared the assets has a knowledge of what he has. We're not asking him to give us what he has given to the Code of Conduct Bureau. That's confidential. I know how much I have in the bank. I'm the one who wrote it. You have your own different statements, which you will make open to Nigerians. I have 20 cows. I have a house in Daura. That's why I was surprised when somebody said, could he have been doing it at the same time he was having the state inaugural ball? As appointed SA, Garba Shehu has always been functioning, even before his appointment. He would not expect Buhari himself to start organizing a press conference to say, I have 10 cows. There are people who are waiting to receive such information and disseminate it. It's not to be done by himself personally. When he was campaigning, before now, he told Nigerians that I have so and so number of cows. He has told us before in the course of the elections in the past 16 years, when he was serious about getting power. Is it now that you have gotten the power, you throw us into guesswork?